Hi and hello everyone. Welcome back to Improved Version, a channel dedicated to sharing profound knowledge on holistic personal development. Through the timeless wisdom found in great books, we are honored to have you with us today as we embark on a journey that could fundamentally alter the way you perceive your existence and the world around you. As the great master Sadhguru once said, if you truly want to live the life you want, you must first know who you are. However, the greatest problem facing modern humanity is that you still do not really know who you are. You might think you are this body, but your body is just a vast accumulation of the food you have eaten over the years. You might think you're this brain or this mind, but your mind is just a massive accumulation of information and impressions gathered from your 5 senses since the day you were born. While the things you accumulate may be yours to use, they will never truly be you. If you lose your house, you don't lose yourself. If you lose your hair, you don't lose yourself. So, if you strip away the physical and the mental accumulations, who are you really? Sadhguru is an enlightened master, a yogi, a mystic, and a visionary who has been recognized as one of the most influential figures in the world. Through his internationally acclaimed book, Inner Engineering, you will find the answers to these existential questions and begin to discover your maximum potential. This book teaches us that to truly know who you are, you must allow yourself to step into a higher dimension of consciousness. You must look deeply into your true nature, transcending the layers of the physical body and the limitations of the mind. The true influence of the outside world is only fully realized when you understand your own inner nature. Only when you reach this level of clarity can you begin to design and control your own destiny, rather than letting it be dominated by external factors and random circumstances. Sadhguru is not just a writer. He is an influential speaker at major international forums such as the United Nations and the World Economic Forum. He possesses a unique ability to connect ancient yoga science with modern, logical thinking, creating a bridge to higher levels of life. A prime example of this is his work on inner creation. This is part of his larger system of inner work, designed specifically based on the proven methods and tools of ancient yoga. The philosophies and methods he shares do not belong to any particular belief system or religion. They are practical ways to help each of us transform ourselves powerfully. They have been proven over time and have had a profoundly positive influence on millions of people worldwide. Today, I am excited to share a summary of the most essential elements from this book to help you begin your own transformation. There are 3 essential steps to designing your own destiny through the process of inner creation. The idea of self-designing your destiny is a term that often seems reserved for extraordinary individuals, heroes, or geniuses. However, this is actually a power inherent in every single ordinary person. The problem is that many people choose to live their lives like leaves in the wind, swept along by the currents of life and conforming blindly to societal norms. When they fail or find themselves unhappy, they easily blame fate, the government, or their parents. This blame is merely a temporary anesthetic. It numbs the pain but traps you in a permanent spiral of helplessness. On the other hand, some who are more conscious believe that they become what they think they are. They try to manifest their desires by writing virtual checks, sending lists of wishes to the universe, and repeating words of gratitude. But we must ask ourselves, are they truly creating their lives from a place of wisdom? Or are they merely chasing boundless desires under the guise of spirituality? Success itself is not the issue, however. If your success stems from a feeling of deprivation or greed, you will forever be a slave to your own desires. I will produce a dedicated video on the topic of true prosperity at a later date, where I want to explain more clearly that True wealth is an internal state. For today's discussion, I want to emphasize one certain truth. You may be unconsciously choosing your life's path right now. Ingrained habits, immediate emotional reactions, social pressure, or past thought patterns are subtly influencing every decision you make. If you look back at your day, you might realize you brush your teeth and wash your face unconsciously. You work like a machine, following a routine without thought. You eat with your eyes glued to electronic devices, and you drive with your mind lost in the hazy chaos of the past and the future. Living unconsciously like this is no different than letting your life slip away, like sand through your fingers. To say you want to control your life and master your destiny is a powerful statement. And to back it up, you must be able to take absolute responsibility for your life. Responsibility in this context is not about blaming yourself or accepting every bad thing that happens as your fault. It is about being responsible for living in a state of conscious awareness. It means observing your unconscious actions, your instincts and your habits. It means refusing to identify yourself solely with your body and your mind. When you live with this level of responsibility, you can steadily move towards your ultimate self, a place where there is no longer a rigid boundary between you and the world. At that point, you are no longer a lonely grain of sand struggling against the ocean. You become a part of the whole. Sadhguru calls this existence a state of love. When you exist in a state of love, you are truly yourself, and your destiny changes because you are no longer reacting to the world, you are creating it. In this state, you live in great joy, and what you truly want to do will naturally come to your life in a gentle and easy way. To help you reach this state, Sadhguru presents a systematic and rigorous method consisting of 3 steps. The first step is deep self-understanding. This begins when you honestly ask yourself the question, who am I? This is the first basic question that allows you to set foot on the path to enlightenment. However, most people consider this a superfluous or philosophical task that does not bring practical benefit to their bank accounts or careers. But understanding who you are first means being able to stop identifying yourself as this body and this mind. Please remember that you're not this body, nor are you this mind. Our body and mind are actually existences belonging to the realm of duality. They are defined by opposites, suffering and happiness, love and hate, peace and chaos, success and failure. If you're attached to one attribute, you will always be haunted by its opposite. Dualism is just a thinking mechanism that helps us categorize the world, but it often leads to a distorted perception of reality. When you divide the world into good and bad, you're also dividing yourself. This leads to internal conflict and causes you to develop endless material desires, because you only want to achieve what you label as good while trying to protect yourself from everything you consider bad. This dualistic division also creates boundaries between groups of people, leading to conflict, war, and suffering. It limits your perception, making you only able to see the world through the lens of separation, causing you to miss the inherent connection and unity of the universe. Even Albert Einstein once said that the universe is a constantly interconnected flow. Division is just an illusion of the finite mind. To stop uniting yourself with your body and mind, you need to open your awareness. You must allow yourself to connect with dimensions beyond all dualistic attributes and merge into the unity of the universe. Then you will find your true mission and become the master of your destiny. The second step in redesigning your destiny is inner transformation. This is the step where you shift your focus inward. The greatest mistake a human being can make is always seeking joy from the outside world. We often try to use external things, money, relationships, status as catalysts for happiness. While these things can provide pleasure, true joy originates from within you. What happens to you on the outside is just a set of circumstances. What you experience is what happens within your inner self. Whether you experience light or darkness, suffering or happiness, it all takes place inside of you. If you seek happiness from the outside, it is an endless, exhausting journey. But if you turn inward, the transformation can happen in a single moment. The final step in the journey of redesigning your destiny is mastering your body, mind, and energy. Sadhguru concludes that if you learn to control your physical body, you can control about 15 to 20 minutes of your life and destiny. If you learn to control your mind, you can control 50 to 60 minutes of your life and destiny. But if you can control your internal energy, you can control 100% of your life and destiny. While practicing the methods to master each of these elements, you will simultaneously refine your self-awareness and continue to transform into higher dimensions. This is the unique beauty of this system. Each step is both a cause and an effect, creating a continuous evolutionary cycle. Only when these three elements, body, mind, and energy, blend together can you truly transcend the limitations of the illusory ego and achieve enlightenment. Let us now look specifically at mastering the body, which is the primary gateway to enlightenment. Your physical body is a precious gift from the universe. It is a perfect, self-operating machine that performs millions of complex functions every second without requiring your conscious intervention. Our bodies contain technologies that are more advanced than any artificial machine ever built. For example, when you eat a piece of fruit, your body transforms it into human tissue and energy within a few hours. This is a miraculous process that ordinary logic can hardly explain. The body is not only a machine, it is also a gateway to connect with higher dimensions. It acts like an antenna that, if tuned correctly, can receive the entire universe. However, we often limit our own potential. Within each person, two forces exist: the instinct for self-preservation and the desire for infinite expansion. The instinct for self-preservation belongs to the material realm and helps us survive on Earth. The desire for expansion belongs to the spiritual realm and guides us beyond the limitations of the body. These two forces are not in conflict. They simply exist on different levels. Unfortunately, most of us have identified ourselves exclusively with the physical body. We perceive the world only through the five senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. While humans are very good at perceiving the external world, they often overlook what is happening inside. This prevents many from recognizing that they possess an energy capable of reaching the infinite. They think spiritual ability is a mystery for the few, but it is actually related to your daily life. When there is a separation between matter and spirit, you become protective of the physical body. You begin to fear pain, illness, and death. You strive to earn as much money as possible to satisfy your five senses. However, the barriers you build to protect your body today often become the prisons of your future. A typical example is the cycle of working yourself to death to earn money so that one day you can enjoy comfort. But this very process causes your energy and blood circulation to become blocked, leading to the very illnesses you feared. To master your body, you must overcome these self-imposed limitations. Stop pursuing endless material things just to satisfy the senses, and learn to use material things rationally while you step into the spiritual world. Sadhguru points out three specific methods for this. First, you must connect your body with its source. In yoga, the physical body is known as the annamaya kosa, or the food body, because it is composed entirely of what we have taken from the earth. Although we consider ourselves independent, we are actually just a small extension of this planet. To reconnect with your origins, you should regularly practice direct contact with the earth. This can be as simple as walking barefoot on the grass or sitting directly on the ground. This helps the body remember where it came from. You can also sit quietly before a tree and remind yourself that the air you inhale is what the tree exhales, and what you exhale is what the tree inhales. Becoming aware of this connection activates your body's natural healing abilities and helps you connect to a higher dimension. The second method is to stop identifying yourself with your body. This doesn't mean you should neglect your body. It simply means you should stop thinking of it as the sum total of who you are. Start with a simple practice before bed. Observe your thoughts, your emotions, and even the skin on your body, and realize that these things are things you have, not things you are. Do not rush to a conclusion about who you are. The truth is not a conclusion you can think your way into. It is an awareness that arises when you stop focusing on misconceptions. If you can maintain this awareness even as you fall asleep, it will create a powerful experience that helps you transcend ordinary boundaries. Sadhguru also recommends a practice called Ishka Kriya or Isika meditation, which you can find on his channel. Practicing this daily will multiply the effectiveness of your inner transformation. The third point is changing your posture. Your body posture is a direct reflection of your state of mind. When you're angry, happy, or anxious, you sit and stand differently. Conversely, consciously changing your posture can enhance your awareness. Yogis maintain an upright and balanced posture because it allows energy to flow freely. Yoga is the ultimate tool for this. Many people think yoga is just a form of exercise to get a flexible body, but this is a major misconception. Yoga is a sophisticated tool to train your body's posture and internal alignment. When movements are combined with the breath and the mind, they help circulate and enhance your life energy. The yoga Sadhguru refers to is classical yoga, a comprehensive system that focuses on breaking down the mental and physical barriers you have built for yourself. If you don't have a teacher, you can start by simply sitting with a straight back for a few hours each day. You can also practice listening to your body by focusing your attention on your breath, your heartbeat, or your fingertips for 11 minutes, 3 times a day. This exercise helps you shift from a state of a busy, alert mind to a state of deeper, more stable awareness. Finally, it is necessary to learn how to balance the body. Your physical body can be either a stepping stone or an obstacle on your path to happiness, depending on your ability to achieve internal balance. The first way to achieve this is to harmonize the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. This is known as Buddha Shuddhi, the cleansing of the elements. Although the universe is complex, everything in it is just a combination of these 5. If these elements do not cooperate within you, life becomes a struggle. But if they coordinate harmoniously, every aspect of your life will be enhanced. You can start this practice by treating the elements with respect. When you drink water, breathe air, or walk on the ground, do so with the awareness that these are sacred entities that sustain your life. The second way to balance the body is to synchronize your system with the sun. The sun is the source of all life on this planet. Every bit of food you eat and every breath you take contains the energy of the sun. Only when you learn to absorb this energy properly can you truly benefit from it. People who regularly practice sun-based yoga like Surya Kriya or Surya Namaskar are able to maintain higher energy levels and often find they need less food. These practices synchronize your physical cycle with the solar cycle, which ancient yoga science identifies as a period of about 12.5 years. The standard sun salutation consists of 12 movements, which is no coincidence. Practicing these movements at sunrise or during the transitions of dawn and dusk allows you to feel the sun within you rising, filling your body and mind with power. Each session should last at least 10 minutes for the best results. Proper body care also involves mindfulness in basic activities like eating and sleeping. In yoga, your diet is vital because the food you eat directly affects the structure of your body. Think of your body as a machine that needs the right fuel. Using the wrong fuel means the machine won't function efficiently and will break down sooner. Yoga focuses on the compatibility between food and the human body rather than on religious or ethical rules. Sadhguru points out that we should choose foods that are easy to digest. Animals are generally divided into herbivores and carnivores. Herbivores have digestive tracts that are 5 to 6 times their body length, while carnivores have very short tracts. Humans have the jaw structure and the long digestive system of herbivores, meaning we are biologically better suited for a plant-based diet. Raw meat can take up to 72 hours to digest, while raw vegetables take only 12 to 15 hours. When food stays in the stomach for too long, it creates bacterial activity that consumes your energy and causes stress. Consuming heavy amounts of animal protein can lead to health problems and a higher need for sleep, and it can even slow down your cognitive processes. If you choose to eat meat, fish is often the best choice as it is easier for the human system to process. Furthermore, cooking food often destroys up to 90% of its natural enzymes, making your body work much harder to absorb nutrients. Incorporating more raw foods into your diet allows your body to convert food into energy more efficiently. You should also remember to chew your food thoroughly so that it mixes with the enzymes in your saliva, which essentially starts the digestion process in your mouth. Perhaps the most important dietary advice is to reduce your portion sizes. Most people can actually reduce their food intake by up to 1/3, while still maintaining their energy and weight. If you're over 30, reducing your intake to 2 substantial meals a day is often appropriate. For optimal brain function, you should ensure that your food is completely digested within 12 to 18 hours. Many successful practitioners follow a 16-hour fasting and 8-hour eating window, which allows the body to focus on repair rather than constant digestion. The human body also has a natural cycle called the mandala, which lasts between 40 and 48 days. In each of these cycles, there are usually 3 days where the body does not actually require food. If you listen closely to your body, you will recognize these days and can practice fasting easily. Fasting, when done correctly, helps you transcend your identification with the physical body and expands your awareness. When you're hungry and you choose to wait a few minutes before eating, you realize that you're not just a slave to your stomach. Finally, let us touch upon rest and relaxation. The body needs relaxation more than it needs actual sleep. If you can learn to stay relaxed while you work, walk, or exercise, your need for sleep will naturally decrease. Stress does not come from your work. It comes from your internal reaction to your work. Don't fight against life. Achieving health is not a battle. Participate in activities you enjoy and let your body decide how much sleep it needs, based on your activity level. If you're well rested and balanced through yoga and meditation, your resting heart rate will be lower, indicating that your body is functioning with high efficiency. We must also understand sexuality from a higher perspective. Sadhguru states that existence is a dance between the unmanifested and the manifested. When life manifests, duality appears, light and darkness, male and female, birth and death. Duality creates the colors of life, but deep within us, there is a yearning for union. In youth, This is often expressed through sexuality in middle age, through love, and in old age, through prayer. However, as long as this union is sought only through the physical body, it will always be limited and temporary. Sexuality is a natural tool for the species, but modern society has exaggerated it, often making it the primary focus of the mind. True union comes not from denying your biological instincts, but from expanding your consciousness until you connect with the entire universe. A simple way to practice the sense of union is the gesture of namas, clasping your hands together, so that the masculine and feminine energies within you meet. When you do this with awareness, you create a feeling of unity within yourself and with everything you encounter. Your physical body is a temporary loan from the earth. Death is simply the earth taking back what you have borrowed. When you identify too closely with your body, you will always live with the anxiety that you will one day lose it. But when you realize that you are the life force within the body, death is no longer a fear. When you combine all these practices, connecting with the earth, mastering your posture, balancing the elements, and eating mindfully, you transform your body into a gateway to enlightenment. This is a vital method for those of us living in today's noisy, materialistic society. Due to the depth of the system, we will conclude the session here. Having focused on the first pillar, the body. Mastering the body is the foundation for creating inner strength. In our next episode, I will reveal the secrets of mastering the mind and energy, which are the remaining two pieces of the puzzle to help you fully understand how to change your destiny from the root. If today's sharing has touched your soul, I encourage you to spend the next 7 days practicing the one method that appealed to you the most. Only through direct experience will you truly understand these truths. You have the power to be your own architect, drawing the path of your life with the ink of your will and the purest colors of your consciousness. I believe that as we explore these 3 pillars together, not only will your personal destiny be rewritten, but we will all witness a more beautiful world created by individuals who dare to be independent and free. Keep your heart open and reach for the highest peaks of your potential, because the most exciting journey of your life is just beginning. Are you ready to pick up the pen and create the blueprint of your life? If you are, please leave a comment below saying, "I choose to change." I am so happy that we can resonate with this energy together. If you found this video helpful, please share it with others who might need this wisdom. Don't forget to give us a like and, most importantly, subscribe to the Improved Version channel and turn on the notification bell. By doing so, you'll be sure to catch our latest deep dives into life-changing books once a week. Thank you for your time, your presence, and your support. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, stay mindful, stay healthy, and keep growing.